New Year remark. From SIRACHIZEM. Happy New Year for New Year of all 7.7 billion individuals. April 6, 02. April 6, 2021 SIRACHIZEM calendar. We proud of being the first anti-pandemic union of all religions found every corner of the world. The victory of SIRACHIZEM is the victory of 7.7 billion individuals. The victory of 7.7 billion individuals is the victory of SIRACHIZEM. We are not only the union of religions but also the union of all 7.7 billion individuals. Up to our strong commitment, no one without a religion. Since April 6, 2019, all human beings or individuals are spiritually reborn. The presence of God revealed in San Diego and Wuhan. We are the only initiative that has evidence for the presence of God in this modern time. The important part of our religion is, we have given 5 to 10 years for all religious organization to certify all of their followers. The one who are not certified with other religion, considered as our followers even though we prepare certification for all 7.7 billion individuals and consolidating all religions as our priority task. According to SIRACHIZEM, every churches, mosques, synagogue, shrine, cathedral, holy place, temple, house of God, minsters, chapel, etc., are educational center for the corresponding religions and SIRACHIZEM. Every religious organization will has awakening bell health and religious clubs with SIRACHIZEM's main goal: no pandemic for the future generation. No more hiding behind religion. No more seeing people making sin and crime under the cover of religion. According to SIRACHIZEM, seeing people make sin and crime is by itself as sin. We will create suitable condition to consolidate all religion organizations and preparing the book of Sirach suitable for every individual. No more fight or disagreement because of religion. According to SIRACHIZEM study, a person with religion has fewer chances to be infected by 40-old pandemic. Despite, mostly victim of the purposely transmission of old pandemic is religious people. In this opportunity, SIRACHIZEM warn all religious organization to prepare certifications for all ages of your followers. Religious universities and colleges are playing a big role in preparing certifications. To accelerate the certification process, SIRACHIZEM will have general guidelines to announce soon. The most interesting part of SIRACHIZEM is all the above. Our idea is from SIRACHIZEM old era, before 2019. We had contacted more than 36 religious universities and colleges from almost all religions. We had strong support from the majority religions. We have full lists of religions as evidence on our Facebook page. Even we able to organize Awakening Bell Health Club in some religions. However, since January 1, 2020, lost contacts completely because of the new pandemic. Long life for SIRACHA MS-13. Another initiative purposely to hide or demolish our idea since our establishment April 6, 2019. According to MS-13, if the goodness proposal implemented, the end of the world. But just in less than days, we observed another pandemic, COVID-19 666. That is around the end of 2019. At the beginning of 2020, we continued with a new spirit, initiating, encouraging, and motivating. Creating alternative idea, posting slogan, teaching materials, animation, graphics, different writings, post on Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, etc. That is to protect the entire world from the new pandemic. At the same time towards the 40-year-old pandemic with our main goal: no pandemic for the future generation. Around January 7 or 11, 2020, was the date the China government officially announced the first death of COVID-19 666. 2 days earlier, the goodness SIRACHIZEM tweeted, "We saw opening in the world healthcare system." Message. On our new Twitter page that is, January 5, 2020. Unfortunately, for unknown reason that post deleted from our Twitter account. That was one of the greatest evidence we have on our Twitter page. That is not the only deleted evidence, of course. All our posts from January 1, 2020 to March 1, 2020 have been escaped from our Twitter page forever. We will announce the possible reasons in detail soon. According to some of our supporters, Destruction of our evidence as part of MS-13 effort to hide our magnificent idea. SIRACHIZEM MS-13 is a group that denounced several times by the former president of USA, Trump. But why? Who deleted our post? How? The goodness would like to announce the possible reasons and the possible persons deleted our evidence from our Twitter page. The amazing thing at this point is we have screenshot for some of the deleted items. We need investigation. In this opportunity we ask San Diego Police, FBI, Twitter owner, Google, etc., to participate in the investigation process. The goodness, SIRACHIZEM considered all our evidence on Facebook, Patreon, and Twitter pages as archaeological evidence. We have to conserve our evidence for future generation. That will be one of our job after our new year, April 6, 2021. Our archaeological evidence are our tools to convince the UN, the US government, religion leaders, and 7.7 billion individuals. Plus our proposal is the future generation international relic. Even if ignored by this generation, the next generation hopefully can use it. Additional plan from April 6, to April 6, 1. Awakening, initiating, encouraging, and mobilizing the entire world toward our goal, the end of pandemic in action. Preparing different GIF images, charts, pictures, animations, articles, posting, etc., to attract and mobilize the entire world. We will continue for the next 40 years or more until recognized by 7.7 billion individuals. According to SIRACHIZEM, the responsibility of future pandemic is the responsibility of SIRACHIZEM and the Goodnesses clubs that organized in every corner of the world. Specifically to create self-level awareness. 2. Unfortunately, SIRACHIZEM unable to celebrate our 2 years as intended by the goodness. The main reason is short time preparation and CDC guidelines strict us. The Goodnesses supporters expected to motivate the entire world to plant 7.7 billion trees by 7.7 billion individuals. Every individual, a tree per head. A mother and father with 3 kids, 5 trees per family. In our suggestion, the outbreak and mutation of virus is a natural process, with 50% to 100% probability. The main reason is global warming. 3. Constantly pressing the UN, the US government, Europe, Australia, Asia, South to recognize our magical idea and pre-pandemic warning that completely changed the face of the world. We strongly believe, at this point all countries and all religions were ready for the new pandemic. Listening and unlistening US is not SIRACHIZEM problem. 4. Constantly pressing country leaders and Ministry of Educational offices to upgrade all universities, colleges, and schools to a research center, the Goodness AI, and Robotics Health Club, USA. 5. Prepare general guideline and provide for public discussion. 4. A. The Goodness Health Interpol, which UN administers. B. The Goodness AI Robotics Health Club. C. The Goodness Awakening Bell Religious Club. D. The Goodness Sport, Music, Art, and Reading Clubs, etc. 6. Answering unanswered public questions, especially on those who found trying to transmit old pandemic purposely in the USA, right next door to UN, which is the main motive for the establishment of SIRACHIZEM. Warning tips for 7.7 billion individual. In late development, the Goodness Initiative, USA has been denied any documentary movies made by the majority news agencies about the spread of new pandemic worldwide. Any documentary movies, films, and articles made by any international media is unscientific, irresponsible, no evidence, based on personal suggestions, to be recognized by the international community, thumb up, and to get more Facebook and YouTube views. According to SIRACHIZEM Anti-Pandemic Analysis, the spread of new pandemic worldwide is following its natural geo-biological boundary tracing. Before and during the eruption of COVID-19, 666 most international organizations, enterprises, and agencies were in sleeping mode while the Goodness ideally building the greatest world health systems which are 1 million times stronger than WHO. Together with, we see opening in the World Healthcare System message. Even some of them ignore us, because we are anti-pandemic activists with old pandemic negative. The goodness highly admired the scientific accomplishments of World Health Organization as timely manner. They teach us what is science. They showed us the applicability of calculus in biology. At this point, SIRACHIZEM strongly believe our anti-pandemic message even before the eruption of the new pandemic contribute to define the virus more scientifically and accurately. If the virus is not defined in timely manner, it could be worse. Another reason for the spread of the new pandemic is our internet usage before the new pandemic absolutely in bad shape. The new virus came just by at the time we had to consider what was doing on internet, especially our effort to change our negative world with spreading old pandemic, fake news, disorientation, grouping, etc. Now time to change the world with the Goodness's strong anti-pandemic strategy, which started just a few months before the new pandemic, COVID-19 666. We strongly believe the next old and new pandemic could be 10 times more contagious than the existing old and new pandemic. 7. Constantly pressing all 197 member countries. Minorities living in 50,000 capital cities, and towns in any corner of the planet to have enough information about old pandemic and to have their own protection system like USA to stop the purposely transmission of old pandemic. In the USA, minorities have their protection system like 1. National African American Old Pandemic Awareness Day, February 7th. 2. National Latino Old Pandemic Awareness Day, October 15th. 3. Pacific Islander Old Pandemic Awareness Day, May 19th. 4. National Asian Old Pandemic Awareness Day, May 19th. According to the Goodness, SIRACHIZEM study, 30 to 50% of the spread of old pandemics worldwide is a conspiracy. The main reason for establishing the Goodness, SIRACHIZEM, is our experience and what we see in the new generation immigrant community. That can be considered an international crime, but nobody from an international organization listens if you have less voice or a minority group. One of our objectives is to break this culture. In this opportunity, we remind Interpol for the third time to investigate us a question about our initiative. We committed to sharing our experiences for all 7.7 billion individuals. According to SIRACHIZEM, a single person infected by the old pandemic means an atomic bomb explored in some parts of the world. Pandemic for future generation, or SIRACHIZEM, the Goodness. Happy New Year for the new year of all 7.7 billion individuals. April 6, 02. San Diego, USA.